technique. Salut tout le monde. Désolé pour les problèmes techniques. Joey Alfieri des Alouettes de Montréal. Les Alouettes remportent leur deuxième match hors concours 25-22 contre les Tiger Cats de Hamilton, ce qui veut dire que les Alouettes terminent la pré-saison avec une fiche parfaite de 2 victoires, aucune défaite. On a la vedette. C'est la seule fois cette année?
C'est le moment.
OK, c'est le moment. Tu peux-tu reculer un peu parce qu'on ne voit pas? Oui, parfait. Bon. Mais c'est parce que c'est toi, c'est ta tête qui est coupée. Marc-Antoine de quoi? Écoute, Marc-Antoine, tu n'as pas joué le match au complet parce que là, tu es une grande vedette. Plus besoin de jouer les matchs pré-saison. Mais côté défensif, comment tu as trouvé ça pour vous autres ce soir?
Ça a bien été. C'était intéressant d'avoir enfin un match. On a juste joué une demi, mais au moins avec les vétérans. La communication en temps réel. On n'a pas joué tous nos jeux. On a été limité quand même. Mais ça fait du bien. Tu veux reprendre des pads. C'est les premiers contacts que tu as depuis près de 6 mois. Fait que ça fait du bien. Il y a des choses à travailler, mais au moins, on a un bon potentiel. Vraiment, il y a des pénalités qui nous ont gardés proche de la zone début. On aurait pu sortir de là. Donc, on a accordé un toucher. Mais sinon, à part de ça, je pense qu'il y a beaucoup de choses positives. Puis, là, comme de fait, la deuxième équipe, après qu'elle a embarqué, ils ont super bien fait. Puis, une autre victoire qui a été cherchée. C'était assez impressionnant.
Le fait, je sais que ces matchs-là, ils ne comptent pas dans le classement, mais le fait que tu gagnes tes 2 matchs pré-saison, les 2 dernières saisons, les Alouettes ont eu des départs tough. C'était 2-5 en 2021, 2-7 en 2022. Ça a-tu changé? Ça change-tu le mindset quand on gagne nos matchs pré-saison, quand on est parfait dans le pré-saison?
Bien, ça se prend super bien. Une victoire, tu vas toujours prendre ça avec très d'encouragement. Mais la réalité, c'est que c'est le passé là, en ce moment. L'important, comme tu as dit, ça ne compte pas pré-saison. Ça permet aux joueurs de se démarquer. Ça donne une bonne confiance à l'équipe. Mais c'est vraiment la semaine prochaine à la maison qui va vraiment être l'essentiel. Mais c'est très encourageant. Puis là-dessus, tu vois qu'il y a des bonnes choses. Surtout que ce n'est pas les équipes complètes qu'on joue. Les autres n'ont pas amené tous leurs joueurs. Fait il faut en prendre et en laisser. Mais je pense juste, niveau personnel, tu peux être fier de ça. Puis ça fait du bien aussi pour les gars que peut-être certains, c'est leur dernière journée ici. Le lendemain, c'est pas tout le monde qui va faire l'équipe. On a une coupure d'une 20aine et plus de joueurs. Donc, je pense pour cette chimie-là, de cette équipe-là, de cette édition-là, ça fait du bien.
Donne-moi un scouting report sur Jason Moss. Là, que tu as complété un premier camp avec lui. Quel genre de coach? C'est quoi son style? C'est quoi son approche?
C'est vraiment un très bon coach. Il est très, très minutieux, les détails. Il fait beaucoup, beaucoup de répétitions, beaucoup de reps. Lui, c'est vraiment la mettre en pratique. Et je te dirais que le mot compétition, c'est quelque chose qui nous a tellement mis d'emphase là-dessus. Puis tu l'as vu, c'est sûr que c'est beaucoup de volume, mais ça paye off. Puis on l'a pu voir dans les games pré-saison. Moi, je lève mon chapeau, je l'ai dit plusieurs fois, l'intégration du français qu'il a fait, ça a été incroyable. Il forçait les joueurs à apprendre leur numéro en français, qui savaient que c'était une ville francophone, que le fanbase était francophone en grande partie. Donc, je trouve que c'est un head coach qui est vraiment complet, puis j'ai hâte de faire une saison avec.
Merci beaucoup, Marc-Antoine. On se reparle l'année prochaine.
C'est ça. Salut.
Marc-Antoine Decoy, qui a été assez généreux avec son temps, encore une fois. Les Alouettes remportent le match 25-22 contre les Tiger Cats. Comme Marc-Antoine a mentionné, écoute, c'était pas parfait. Il y avait des punitions. Si tu veux, vas-y. Puis on va essayer, on va se tenter avec... on va parler à plusieurs joueurs. On va parler au coach Jason Moss. On a eu des problèmes techniques au début, donc on a déjà parlé à Cody Fajardo, mais on va essayer de lui reparler une deuxième fois parce que le micro, le son ne fonctionnait pas. Donc, je sais que tout le monde veut entendre Cody qui avait des bons mots à dire. Écoute, je l'ai mentionné un peu avec Marc-Antoine. En 2021, les Alouettes ont commencé la saison 2-7. En 2022, non, 2-5. En 2022, c'était 2-7. De bien débuter la saison avec 2 victoires en match pré-saison, c'est pas rien. Donc, à mon avis, c'est gros, c'est important de gagner ces matchs-là. Il y a une couple de joueurs, des coupes de recrues qui se sont démarqués pendant les matchs hors concours. Donc, écoute, c'est bien le fun. Je pense que de ce qu'on a vu de l'attaque va bien performer. Puis l'attaque a bien performé. On a vu sur la première séquence, Cody Fajardo a terminé 4-5. Non, excuse-moi, 5-6, 48 verges et un touché par la passe à Keon Julian Grant. Alors, c'était très bien réussi. Pépé, juste ça, le monsieur qui est là qui est en uniforme, là, ça c'est 95. Et Cody revient maintenant. Si tu peux juste lui dire de. Cody s'en vient, là. Et on va parler à Cody Fajardo bientôt. Yeah, the microphone didn't work. It's preseason for all of us. Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right. So on a Cody Fajardo, le carrière encore. So 5 for 6 on the first drive, 48 yards, the touchdown. How'd you feel coming out? The fact that was the first drive and it ended with a major, how did that feel for you?
Yeah, it was huge. Just huge for the offense, huge for me. I haven't played football in a while, it feels like. I was nervous going into it, as I always am, and just really excited to be out there with the guys. We put a lot of hard work in training camp, and to see it kind of come to fruition on that first drive and score a touchdown was awesome. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot the next couple of drives. I missed a couple throws, and then I had that intentional grounding. But some things that happened in the preseason we got to clean up. We got a lot of young receivers, so just continuing to be able to build a relationship with them, and that's what this camp's been for. That's what this preseason game is for, because next week the real thing starts. So I'm excited about that.
You were out of the pocket on the penalty, weren't you? Don't you feel you got out of the pocket there?
Yeah, but it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So I threw it past the sticks thinking it was 1st and 10, but it was 1st and 5. So that's why they got called for it. Yeah.
Fair. I'm curious. I know you weren't here last year, but I saw the old Williams stand back here tonight. I think it was 4 carries, 26 yards. There was nothing longer than 9, but I felt like there was that burst, and I felt like he was able to get moving pretty quickly.
He's going to be the guy that makes this offense work or not, right? We're going to rely heavily on him. And when he's at the top of his game, he's the best running back in this league. And I stand by that. And I've watched him year after year after year do it. Last year, obviously, injuries dictate a lot when you're a football player. And so being 100% healthy, I know for him, he's starting to feel that confidence again, and he wants that ball. And when we can establish a run game with him, it just helps open up those pass games. And like I talked about, since we are young at receiver, we're going to have to rely on the run game. We're going to have to rely on our veteran offensive line to be able to just move the ball and then take our shots down the field.
On that first drive, we talked about it, but you had one play where you spun away from the oncoming the blitzer, and you were able to get away and run for positive yards. How does the knee feel? How do you feel? And in that moment, how did it feel? Did you feel like the old Cody Fajardo before week 2 last year, before you hurt your knee?
I definitely did, and that's one of my signature moves, kind of spinning out of the pocket, but being able to keep my feet and just run and get us into a second and manageable. I felt like all camp I've been able to use my legs efficiently, and I felt really good running the ball. And so it's one thing to do it in camp when you're not getting hit. It's another thing doing it in a game where you actually get hit. So just excited to be able to put that on tape, and just knowing moving forward that I feel healthy, and I'll just continue to get better and better and better with my legs because then it helps me out throwing the ball as well. So it's a big part of my game. I've used it my entire career, and I'm happy I'm able to use it again this year because I feel I can get back to myself.
In previous years, this was a football team that relied heavily on one receiver, peppered one receiver with a lot of targets. I thought on that opening drive, you had 5 completions. Like we said, you spread it around to 3 different guys, including twice to Keon and twice to Speaker. Is that what you guys want to do? Do you guys want to spread the ball around as evenly as you possibly can all over the field?
Absolutely. We might be young at receiver, but we're extremely talented. And being in Moss's offense, it helps me be able to dictate where the ball goes. And that's the thing. You might not get a ball for 2 series, and then all of a sudden you might get 4 in a row. So for these guys, it's able for them to be in this offense. They'll be able to understand that, we got to use everybody in this offense. And that's what I think is so unique about Coach Moss's offense. You don't rely solely on just one guy, or if he gets shut down, it's kind of hard to move the football. Everybody's going to have to pull their weights. And I think we got the guys in that locker room to be able to do that.
Thanks for jumping on the post-game show twice.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Cody Fajardo of the Montreal Alouettes, kind enough to join us. Let's go to the next one here. It's I don't know. You guys can both come in. I think there's enough room on the. So we'll do Keon in French and Peo in English if we can. How about that? All right, we were just talking to Cody, and on that first drive, 5 for 6, found you twice and you in the end zone. How did it feel on that first drive in particular with the starting offense out there?
It just felt like we were really moving, flowing, and it just felt great to be back in Molson, right? Yeah. Just get that dub, no better feeling, right?
You had a great training camp. Do you feel like have you hit another level with your off-season preparation and stepping onto the field?
Definitely. I'm starting to feel like comfortable as I was like in college, my college days, playing in the slot, being able to open up my route tree, I just feel more confident.
Thank you, buddy. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, PO.
Merci, man, merci.
Ouais, écoute, écœurant. PO, la première série à l'attaque, Cody était 5 en 6. Il y avait une course pour 5 ou 6 verges, mais il a spinné away du blitzer qui s'en vient. Comment est-ce que vous vous sentez après cette première séquence à l'attaque avec l'attaque partante?
C'est le fun, man, de voir l'attaque partante, puis de prendre le ballon, puis de partir sur des belles drives comme ça. C'est sûr que ça fait plaisir. On a juste hâte de faire ça en saison régulière, de faire ça plus régulièrement, c'est sûr.
T'as Justin Lawrence, un nouveau venu à ta droite. T'as Nick Callender qui est de retour l'année passée. Le côté gauche de la ligne à l'attaque, comment vous vous sentez après 2 matchs pré-saison puis un camp d'entraînement?
On se sent très bien, c'est sûr. Justin est nouveau, mais très, très bon joueur, Justin Lawrence. Fait que non, on est en train d'aller chercher notre chimie. J'ai joué avec Nick l'année passée, fait que je sais un peu qu'est-ce qu'il fait. Il sait aussi qu'est-ce que moi je fais. Fait que non, on va avoir une bonne O-line qui se communique bien. Je suis certain, là, ça va être beau à voir.
Je sais que les matchs hors concours, écoute, ça compte pas dans le classement, mais le fait d'avoir gagné, de bien débuter la pré-saison et le camp d'entraînement, ça signifie quoi pour une équipe de football?
C'est super important d'avoir 2 victoires comme ça. C'est sûr que ça monte le moral, que ce soit pré-saison ou pas. Ça montre qu'on est capable de gagner des matchs. Les 2 matchs, ça a été des matchs serrés qu'on a gagnés dans des situations aussi. Il fallait travailler les situations. Fait que c'est juste le fun d'aller chercher cette victoire-là. C'est bon pour le moral, puis c'est bon pour l'esprit d'équipe, pour tout ce qui se passe. C'est sûr qu'on arrive avec one, puis on a 2 victoires en poche déjà. C'est sûr qu'on va les effacer assez vite, mais quand même, c'est le fun à voir.
Donne-moi un breakdown de stand-back. Tu sais, il a manqué 13 games l'année passée. Même quand il est revenu, il y avait un peu de misère d'être en top shape. Là, je pense que c'est 4 tentatives de course pour 26 verges. Mais je trouve qu'on a vu le vrai stand-back.
Je me suis entraîné avec tout l'hiver, fait que je savais un petit peu qu'est-ce qui allait se passer. Il a perdu un petit peu de poids, il est un petit peu plus rapide, un petit peu. On a juste retrouvé le stand-back d'avant. Quand je me souviens, quand je venais ici en 2019 dans le stade puis que je le voyais courir, c'est le stand-back qu'on a en ce moment. Là. Fait que vraiment hâte de voir qu'est-ce qu'il va faire pour le reste de la saison.
Et finalement, dernièrement, parle-moi un peu. Là, tu as un camp d'entraînement. C'est ton premier camp d'entraînement. Le monde ne réalise pas. Mais avec Jason Moss, parle-moi un peu de son style, son approche au jeu et dans le vestiaire. Qu'est-ce que tu as appris?
J'adore Jason Moss. Vraiment, il est bon pour la culture. Très bon gars, toujours positif. C'est sûr qu'il y a des correctifs à faire. Quand ça va un petit peu moins, il est capable d'être pas négatif, mais quand même de rester positif et de t'apporter les correctifs qu'il faut que tu fasses. Fait que non, pour l'instant, j'adore ce que Jason Moss fait avec l'équipe, côté culture, côté game plan, coaching-wise. Pour l'instant, j'ai juste du positif à dire de Jason Moss.
De quoi? Et le stage dans le même live, ça n'arrivera pas une deuxième fois cette année. Merci, P.O.
Merci à toi.
Right. La vedette P.O. Le stage qui est avec nous. Les Alouettes remportent le match 25-22. Écoute, on a eu à date, là, on a de quoi? On a le stage, on a Fajardo. Écoute, ça roule. Puis on va continuer. On va parler au coach bientôt. Oui, ça serait bon. On a de l'analyse à faire. Là. Il y a une couple de jeunes qui ont très bien performé. Mes collègues sont très excités de me voir mon premier live, même mon deuxième live, mais premier live à domicile. Écoute, on peut parler des nouveaux venus en attaque. J'ai bien aimé 87, Courtney Davis. On dirait qu'il y a une très belle chimie avec Caleb Evans, le corps réserviste ce soir. Caleb est rentré dans le match avec un peu moins de 5 minutes à faire dans le deuxième quart, si je me trompe. Oui, dans le deuxième quart. Et il y avait la longue passe complétée de 34 verges. Ça s'est très bien déroulé. J'aime bien ce que j'ai vu de Courtney Davis. En défensive, écoute, il y a une couple de bons joueurs, des recrues qui ont performé. On a Israel Antwin qui porte le numéro 95. Cole, you could jump right in here. Don't try to avoid me. No, you can come right in here. I'm ready to talk to you. You ready to do an interview? On a Cole speaker. Here, jump in. What's going on? All right. We're on. We're live. So we talked to Cody, talked to Keon, that opening drive with the starting offense. They found you a couple times on that drive. How good did it feel to finish that drive with a touchdown with everybody on the field for the first time this year?
Yeah, it felt really good just to get rhythm with everyone, and just we were feeling good, moving the ball down, just chunk by chunk, going into the wind too. So it was really good. Get that first group, get chemistry rolling, and we're ready for the season.
I thought, just watching every practice in Trois-Rivières, one of the hardest things to do in football is to stay consistent. I thought you were consistent all the way. You brought your A game from day one, and you're just able to perform with the starting offense the entire time. I'm just curious, how do you feel about the way camp went for you and how you performed, and how much more prepared do you feel after, mostly a year on the practice squad last year?
Yeah, I feel really prepared, and they trust me, and they give me opportunities to make plays, and I just keep going out there, working hard, and giving it all my all, and it's coming together nicely. So I'm really excited to see what we can do.
Give me the scouting report on Cody Fajardo. In your words, what did you see in camp and in this game?
I love what I saw. He's a great leader, great quarterback, puts it where it needs to be, and excited to keep working with him.
When you have a quarterback that's mobile, like, there's times where he is going to take off. I know he didn't do it much tonight, but there's times he's going to take off. How much does that play into your mind as a receiver? Like, hey, okay, I know I'm running my route, but I've got to look back and see what the quarterback's up to back in the pocket if he's still there. How does that change for you?
And always staying available, and then once he cross that line, go find a guy and block, because I know he can make a big play. He's got speed, so just always staying ready. The play's never dead with him. So,
can you give me just an idea? It's funny. I mean, you've had 3 head coaches in just over a year here, but can you give me the breakdown of Jason Moss as a head coach now that you've gone through training camp with him?
Yeah, it was awesome training camp. We made us work hard, but that's what we got to do to win games. So it's a great guy, great leader, and I'm really excited to continue to work with him. And I trust him, and he trusts us.
Thank you for doing this, Cole. Congrats.
Of course. Thank you.
Cole Speaker des Alouettes de Montréal. Let's go straight to the head coach. Coach, it went from 35 to 13 degrees real quick. Look, you go 2-0 in the preseason. I know the last 2 years you weren't here, but this is an organization that's gotten off the slow starts. They're 2-5 in 2021, 2-7 last year. How much of an emphasis did you put on the start, and how happy are you with the 2-0?
Well, I don't know that we put an emphasis on the start. I think we just said we want to compete every week and every day, and that's been the mindset since day one with our guys is, we're here to compete every single day. Every single day we need to see ability, toughness, and effort from everybody. And I feel like the winning takes care of itself when you do that, and particularly starting fast, you hope. So I feel like we have a lot of guys that have like minds and have worked extremely hard, to go 2-0, and that just doesn't happen. They've both been tight games, so guys got great mental toughness to be able to do things like that, particularly when you're playing everybody. So, hopefully that parlays itself into a fast start, but I can just assure you we're going to be competitive every single day. And again, I think that'll breed itself into having fast starts.
Cody was 5 of 6, 48 yards in the touchdown pass on the first drive. He also spun away from pressure. It looked like the old Cody Fajardo. I'm just curious, can you give me the breakdown of what you saw in the opening drive and what you saw in the first half that he played?
Yeah, the whole first drive, I mean, he did, just ran the offense how it's supposed to be ran. I mean, he was lights out and, even making the play with his legs. I mean, we've seen that all camp from him too. This is the best I've seen Cody look with his feet since I've known him. So he didn't do anything that we haven't seen him do all camp, which I was very excited about because it's taking it from the practice field to the game. And that's kind of the expectation for him. I know we can put together drives. I know the offense is built that way. The stalls, they happen too. So, and we'll look at those, but ultimately I know Cody, when he's on and when he's operating the offense, I know we can do it efficiently with him.
Here's what you made a stand back. He had 4 carries for 26, but he looked like the guy pre-injury finally.
Yeah, I mean, that's the exact same thing. We've seen him have a great camp as well. And, that was the expectation for Stan as well, that we're gonna feed him the rock early in this and then get him out of the game. But I just wanted to see what we ended up seeing, which was explosiveness, a guy that can go north-south, but also has some speed and acceleration to hit the corner when it's there. So, that was great to see. And but he's been a tremendous for us all camp, just catching the ball, running routes, doing everything. So, I'm expecting, Stan to be an integral part of our offense.
Lastly, and now that camp's over, I know there were some openings at American wide receiver. I'm just curious, globally, how impressed were you with the body of work from Mac and Abram and all those guys?
Yeah, very. I mean, again, they're being thrusted in there. We don't have a lot of veteran presence in our receiving core. So for those guys to step up and do what they've done all camp and then show some of that in this game, it was great. And you can put, Davis in there as well with the big catch there. So, and he had a couple nice grabs. We've got some talented guys here, talented young guys. And like I said, it's nice to see them all camp do something, but then also when the lights are on to come out here and show it as well. So very pleased with their progression and, think nothing short of getting better is going to be what they do.
You look good throwing the ball in warm up too, by the way. All the best. Good luck against Ottawa.
Thank you very much.
Jason Moss, l'entraîneur-chef des Alouettes de Montréal. Écoute, on l'a mentionné une couple de fois, stand back, possible. Ouais, elle était là la dernière fois aussi, avec sa fille. Ouais. Oui, écoute, les Alouettes remportent le match 25-22 encore une fois. Et juste en parlant de Jason Moss, il a dit sur la première séquence à l'attaque, c'est exactement la manière de. C'est exactement ce qu'il voulait voir de son carrière. Charlie, you're a star. What's up, Charlie? You good? I'm not going to keep you too long. Are you okay?
Say I'm cold.
Okay, we won't keep you too long. Just 2 questions for that. It was 4 carries for 26 yards, but I really felt like you looked like the dude pre-injury. I know you worked hard all offseason. P.O. Lestage came and said you guys worked together all offseason at Olympic Stadium. Did you feel as good as you looked to us?
Oh yeah, I felt really good. You know, I could have played the whole game if they let me, but knowing it's a preseason game, is got to get ready for next week. I felt really light out there, nimble on my feet. And I just feel really good. You know, I feel like I'm back to myself like how I was before, and I think it's going to help the team in every way that I can possibly be out there on the field.
Take me through the opening drive. Cody went 5 of 6. He scrambled away from pressure. You guys punch it in with a touchdown throw to Keon Julian Grant. Just to have the starting offense on the field together and to score, what did that feel like to you guys?
Oh, it's great. You know, it's electrifying. You know, knowing all the guys out there, like I said before, like bringing the caliber of play that they had from their other teams and bringing it here, knowing what we have here and building this foundation. Like playing with Cody, you know, seeing him being an all-star 2019, it was my first year being an all-star. Like his name, he had a big name. And we want to get him back to that because he knows, and we all know what he's capable of doing and bringing to the table over here. So, man, being out there, protecting him, man, it's great. And I just can't wait for next week. You know, we got Ottawa, and let's do what we got to do, man. You know, I'm ready to go.
Charlie, how happy are you to see Daddy again play on the field?
Can you stop looking so mean?
It's okay. I've seen that face on the stand back before. It usually doesn't end well. You come by the office next time, Trey. We'll have some fun. Thank you, Stanley. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you, Charlie. Tough crowd. Oh, look, I got the eyes. All right. Willie Stanback et sa fille. Écoute, on l'a mentionné une couple de fois dans l'après-match, mais Stanback, c'est 4 courses, 26 verges. Sa plus longue course, je pense, c'est 9 verges. Mais je pense qu'il est de retour. Et il a manqué 13 matchs, si je ne me trompe pas, l'année dernière. Et même quand il est revenu, ça a pris un peu de temps. On a vu la longue course dans le match éliminatoire contre Toronto à Toronto. Mais il n'était jamais vraiment comme revenu à 100%. Il n'était pas le même joueur avant la blessure. Là, après une saison morte, P.O. Lestage nous l'a dit. Écoute, ça a super bien été pour Stanback et il a l'air confortable. Il a dit qu'il aurait pu jouer le match au complet, mais les coachs ne voulaient pas, évidemment. Il a joué un peu moins d'une demi. On a vu un toucher de Walter Fletcher aussi, qui sera un joueur important pour les Alouettes. Jeshron Antwi a joué en deuxième demi aussi. Donc, tu sais, ça s'est bien passé pour Stanback. C'est vraiment des nouvelles encourageantes parce qu'on ne sait jamais, on ne sait pas quand un joueur revient d'une blessure si grave. On ne sait jamais comment il va retourner après une longue saison morte. Mais je pense que il y a du positif dans cette performance-là. C'est vraiment une performance importante pour Stanback. Tu le sens quand il parle. Tu as vraiment le feeling que ça voulait dire beaucoup. C'est plus que juste un match pré-saison pour lui. Écoute, on va voir ce que ça va donner pour la saison régulière, mais ce qu'on sait, c'est que les Alouettes, les 2 dernières saisons, ça a été un peu plus difficile en début d'année. On l'a mentionné une couple de fois. 2 et 5 en 2021, 2 et 7 en 2022, et ça s'est replacé après. Mais de bien débuter les matchs pré-saison. Écoute, ce soir, Hamilton n'a pas amené tous leurs joueurs. Bo Levi Mitchell, le quart partant, n'a pas joué. Mais quand même, tu regardes la performance la semaine dernière à Ottawa. Et c'est une grosse performance. Si tu regardes, Ottawa a joué presque tout le monde, à part Jeremiah Masoli, qui n'est pas à 100% encore. Et les Alouettes ont trouvé une façon de gagner. Et là, ce soir aussi, on a trouvé une façon de gagner. Donc, oui, c'est le temps pour notre prochain invité. You can step the camera's pointing this way. Siante, you can get in here too if you like. You can get on this side. It's a post game show on. We're live on every platform. So Siante Evans, Najee Murray. Okay, I'll start here. All right. You made the transition to Sam Landbiker. I think you made it as seamlessly as anyone can possibly make it in a 3-week span. I'm curious, how do you feel in that slot after a training camp? And I know you didn't play the preseason game last week, but the preseason game tonight.
I feel really good about it. Got a great coach in Coach Thorpe. He has made the transition very easy. He's been able to work with me, give me great pointers, and it's been a good transition. I like it. How about
the addition or the reacquisition of this guy? He got away from us for a couple of years, but what does Siante Evans bring to a secondary and to a defense?
Yes, no, it's love to get him back. Was able to play with him back in 2019, so to be back out there and then being on the same side has been tremendous. He brings great leadership. He brings enthusiasm. He brings another threat out there to lock down the field half spot. So he's a great addition to the back end.
How are you feeling after a full training camp, Siante? I know you also didn't play the game last week, but to get in, to get a bit of a run tonight, just how are you feeling after a 3-week stint in Trois-Rivières for camp?
Oh, great, man. It's always good to, finish camp healthy and strong and, get those reps underneath your belt. But it's nothing like getting preseason reps and, like, going out and being able to, get your feet, get your alignment, get back into the groove of things, develop a rhythm, things like that. So it's good to get back out here, develop camaraderie with my teammates, knowing how they feel, knowing how they like to play, and we both being on the same page. So everything can be as smooth as possible.
You guys have both been around for a long time. I know these 2 preseason games, they don't mean anything in the standings, but the fact that you come away with both wins, how does that affect the mindset going into Ottawa?
I mean, it's big. I think so. It doesn't matter, how you portray it, if it counts or if it doesn't count, you know what I mean? For us, we think that they all count. You know what I mean? We're going out here, we're putting it on the line, we're sacrificing, and we feel like, we're victorious. So we want to keep the momentum, we want to keep that momentum. We want to keep that feeling of being, winners in our eyes and, carry it into the regular season.
You've been here the last couple of years. It was a tough start in 2021. It was 2-5. Last year was 2-7. The fact that you get these 2 preseason wins, like I just asked Siante, what does it mean to the group?
Like he said, we just going to piggyback off of it. But they're big. It gives us momentum going into the season. Just getting out there, being able to play with a new group in the secondary, and then also just the defense with different key pieces we got. I think it's big because, like you said, we'll continue to get our steps, our technique down. We'll start to understand the defense a lot, but it helps us to get out here before we actually got to go out to battle next week.
Who wants to give me the breakdown of Cordell Rogers' game 19 in the secondary there? He had the interception. He stuck to John Vea Johnson quite well. What did you think of the rookie?
Oh,
yeah. I'm going to let the Texas man answer.
Go ahead. Yeah, guy from, Texas and, but all seriousness though, he did what was expected of him. He's been kind of battling, through some injuries and camp and stuff and didn't get to showcase his abilities in the first preseason game. So this is expected of him. This is professional football. So anytime you get an opportunity to get chances to compete and come away victorious as he did tonight, more often than he lost. So he did a great job tonight for sure.
Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thank you, and all the best next week against Ottawa. All right, thanks, guys. Najee Murray and Siante Evans, kind enough to join us on the Montreal Alouettes post-game show. Alors, 2 vétérans, Siante Evans et Najee Murray. Et écoute, Najee joue une nouvelle position cette année. Écoute, avec le départ de Darius Pickett, s'il y avait poste disponible pour un secondeur du côté large du terrain. Donc, c'était encourageant. Écoute, la performance tout au long du camp d'entraînement, c'était très, très bon. C'est un camp d'entraînement très bien réussi pour Najee Murray. Et lui, il jouait comme demi-défensif du côté large du terrain. Et c'est là où Siante Evans est maintenant. Et évidemment, Siante Evans était à Montréal en 2019. Il est parti pour Hamilton en 2021-2022. Et là, il est de retour comme agent libre. Et écoute, c'est tout un joueur. Là. Deontay Evans, que ce soit à Calgary où il a gagné une Coupe Grey, où il était All-Star, à Hamilton aussi, c'est toute une acquisition, ça. Et quand il faut que tu avances Najee Murray dans ta défensive, et là, tu as un vétéran comme Deontay Evans, ça change la donnée de la défensive. Donc, oui, prochain match, 10 juin, c'est samedi prochain. Visitez alouettedemontréal.com pour vos billets. Écoute, goalsgo.com, oui, c'est vrai, goalsgo.com aussi, ça fonctionne. Vous pouvez acheter vos billets, utiliser le code promo Joey 100% pour un escompte de 0%. Mais non, mais sérieusement, il y avait une bonne foule ici ce soir et il va y avoir une meilleure foule, encore meilleure pour le match contre le Rouge et Noir. Écoute, le Rouge et Noir est venu ici 2 fois la saison dernière et ils ont gagné les 2 matchs. Donc, on aimerait commencer la saison du bon pied. Donc, goalsgo.com for your tickets. The Montreal Alouettes website. You can pick up your tickets there. It was a great crowd for preseason tonight. I'm expecting an even better crowd next Saturday. It should be a beautiful day. It always is here on the mountain. And plus, those hated Red Blacks are going to be coming to town. They came into Montreal, won twice last year, so hopefully the Alouettes can take care of business and open the season 1-0. We're going to have a lot of content for you throughout the week, articles, videos, podcasts, all kinds of stuff. We're going to give you the breakdown on what's happening in practice this week. I believe the Alouettes will practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on the turf field right outside Olympic Stadium. If you want to come out, it's open to the public, so don't miss out on that. But we'll have all kinds of information and content for you on goalsgo.com. Do we have time for one more interview? JD, you have a sec? You look good. Thank you. You look good. So you'll have the last word in the post-game show tonight. So I know you joined a little bit later on last year. You were in camp with the Chargers, but this is an organization the last couple of seasons that's gotten off to slow starts. 2-5 in 2021, 2-7 last year. I'm curious, the 2 preseason games, I know they don't mean anything in the standings, but for you guys, for your morale going into the regular season. Qui est muté. Là, j'ai du son. C'est revenu? All right. So, désolé, on est muté. Vous n'avez pas entendu Jamal Davis, mais il a dit qu'il se sentait bien et prêt pour la saison 2023. Alors, merci beaucoup tout le monde. On sera là la semaine prochaine, samedi prochain, 19h. 19h samedi prochain, Alouette Rouge et Noir. Et c'est pas mal tout. Donc, achetez vos billets, goalsgo.com. Merci.